Right now, Democrats are calling for stricter gun laws after recent mass shootings. We'll have a live update from the state capitol. And a man surrenders after a 6-hour standoff with Madison police on the city's Far East Side.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
And we start with breaking news. Officials with the Dane County Sheriff's Office and Madison Police confirm 2 reports of white supremacist flyers found in Cottage Grove. A resident posted a message to Facebook on Monday saying he came home and found the flyer in his driveway. Madison Police spokesperson Joel Despain says if anyone comes across a flyer like it, they should just throw it away. The Sheriff's Office is trying to figure out who is distributing the messages of hate. Jamie Perez will have more tonight on News 3 Now. And let's head over to the weather center now. Dave Caulfield has a look at your first alert forecast. Very pleasant out today.
Yeah, temperatures in the mid-70s for highs a little bit later on this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. We've been waiting to get the rain chances out of here, and they won't be gone for very long, so let's enjoy this nice weather while we have it on the WISC-TV Skycam. Currently it's 74 degrees, northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. That dew point very comfortably in the mid-50s. Other temperatures 72 in Lone Rock, 77 in Boscobel, close to 80 degrees already in Mineral Point. Dew points are pretty comfortable across the area. Most of us in the 50s, a little bit stickier across southwestern Wisconsin, where those dew points are in the lower 60s. Day planner, highs in the mid-70s for today. We'll notice increasing clouds tonight in advance of another round of showers and storms possible on Friday. Highs as we get into this weekend will be a little bit closer to 80 degrees. So we'll talk about a summery stretch of weather and when we can expect to see maybe some more sunshine in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
I think people still want to hang on to summer a little while longer.
I think so too.
All right, thank you, Dave. New at noon, Democratic state lawmakers and Governor Tony Evers are announcing gun reform legislation following mass shootings in other states this month. Our Rose Schmidt joins us live from the state capitol where Democrats just wrapped up a news conference. Rose?
Hi, Mark. Governor Evers is calling on state lawmakers to pass a Democratic bill expanding background checks on gun purchases in Wisconsin, but it's unlikely to pass with a Republican-controlled state legislature. Evers announced what he calls the moderate bill this morning at a news conference at his Capitol office, saying there's large support from the public and GOP leaders should get on board. The bill would require background checks on handgun purchases with some exceptions. Sales to a firearm dealer, police officer, or member of the military would be exempt. So would antique guns and those given as inheritance or a gift to family members. Democrats say following mass shootings in other states, now is the time to pass this proposal.
This is an issue that should transcend political parties. Unfortunately, some Republicans have refused to acknowledge gun violence as a problem. They've dismissed proposals to address that problem. Feel free to, we'll take.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has yet to comment on this specific bill, but says gun control measures are being pushed by Evers are ineffective and, quote, very unlikely to be taken up by state lawmakers. Vos says he does not support universal background checks or a red flag law. Back to you.
All right, Rose Schmidt reporting live from the Capitol. Thank you. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is accusing a paralyzed Democratic lawmaker of timing out his request for accommodations to make Vos look bad. In a radio interview, Vos accused Representative Jimmy Anderson of requesting to be able to phone into meetings when he's unable to attend. At the same time, Vos became president of the National Conference of State Legislatures. Democrats had asked Vos to make accommodations months earlier in private talks, and Anderson says he went public only after Vos took no action. Anderson says no one knows what the NCSL is or who cares who the president is, and if Vos believes that was his motive, he is, quote, sad and myopic. Madison fire officials say one person is in the hospital with injuries after a 4-vehicle crash on University Avenue this morning. It happened at 10 a.m. just west of Seago Road near the Target there. We don't know the extent of that person's injuries at this time. It took about an hour for crews to clear the scene. An armed man is in police custody after a 6-hour standoff with police and a tactical SWAT team on the city's Far East Side. It started around 1:30 this morning in the 4000 block of Monona Drive. A woman in her early 70s heard her roommate fire a gunshot out of the back porch. She ran to a nearby shopping plaza and called 911. Police believe the male roommate had a shotgun, but said there was no indication that he was firing it at the roommate.
Her roommate is a 52-year-old male. and apparently we had been summoned there earlier in the night for some activity that may be related to the fact that he might be going through some sort of a mental illness episodic break, which may or may not be compounded by the fact that he has been drinking.
Police and a SWAT team had to evacuate nearby neighbors and had mental health professionals on the scene to try talking with the suspect. He finally turned himself in at 7:40 this morning. Philadelphia police say it is a miracle officers were not killed in the gun battle that erupted in a residential neighborhood during a drug operation yesterday. After a 7-hour standoff, the gunman is now in police custody.
I got a rifle shot. Give me SWAT ASAP. Long gun ASAP.
Officers tried serving a drug warrant around 4:30 yesterday afternoon, and the operation went wrong almost immediately. 6 officers were shot. They were taken to hospitals and released while the suspect was still holed up. The suspect, 36-year-old Maurice Hill, finally surrendered around midnight. CBS News has learned he has an extensive criminal history, including several gun possession charges. A man convicted of killing a Milwaukee police officer has fired his attorneys 2 weeks before his sentencing. Jordan Fricke was convicted last month for the February shooting death of Matthew Rittner, who was serving a no-knock warrant at his home. Today, there's a hearing to decide whether a public defender will take over as Fricke's counsel. He faces a mandatory life term and will be sentenced August 29th. There were no injuries in an overnight fire at a Sun Prairie apartment complex. It started just before 2 a.m. on Chase Boulevard, just west of Main Street downtown. Fire officials say the fire started in the bathroom of one of the apartments. They were able to contain the fire and save the rest of the building. More local news now. A legislative committee will consider a bill that would require the State Department of Natural Resources to sell bug spray in state parks and forests. The bill has been introduced in an effort to prevent Lyme disease. According to a DNR estimate, only 5 out of the state's 64 state parks and forests offer insect repellent for sale right now. It would cost about $15,000 to create a system to sell the spray, but expect sales revenue would cover the ongoing costs. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
It's time to say goodbye to your boring pasta salad and hello to the new kid on the block. This might be the best pasta salad you've ever had. This late in the summer, you've probably made pasta salads a bunch of different ways. Everything from basic elbow macaroni with mayo to lighter ones that use all kinds of twirly pasta tossed with Italian dressing. Those are all great. But to take things up a notch, we created a new one that I think you're gonna love. We start off by cooking some cheese tortellini according to the package directions. You wanna make sure that once it's tender, you drain it really well. While that cools, we place some imitation crab meat, or you could use the real thing, in a bowl along with some chopped roasted red peppers, a good amount of peppercorn ranch dressing, a bit of sour cream, a little salt, and some Parmesan cheese. After this is mixed, we add in the tortellini, give it a good toss, and pop it in the fridge to chill. Let me tell you, this is just as welcome for a light lunch or dinner as it is for a change-of-pace side dish. The dressing gives it a ton of flavor. The pasta is cheesy delicious, and the crab hearties it up. Just like always, the recipe for our Lighthouse Tortellini salad is online now, so you can change up your next pasta salad. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a pasta-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. A break from the rain today. Sunny with highs in the mid-70s, but tonight more shower chances. Dave will have more in your First Alert forecast next. Well, Walmart avoids the retail sector struggles, and you can now take a mini horse on a plane as your service animal. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
After stocks were rocked yesterday on worries of a potential recession, Wall Street is focusing in on today's earnings and economic data, and stocks started the session higher. Walmart turned in its quarterly report card, and the world's biggest retailer says profit topped $3.6 billion. Sales rang up to more than $130 billion. Both numbers beat expectations. Online sales helped boost its results. Walmart has managed to buck the trend of struggles in the retail sector. Across the industry, consumers whipped out their wallets in July. According to the Commerce Department, retail sales rose 0.7%. Online retailers, clothing stores, and electronic chains all saw gains. Now, this is a closely watched metric because consumers represent the backbone of the U.S. economy. And miniature horses are now among the service animals approved to take on planes. The Department of Transportation recently added mini horses to the list. This does not mean all airlines are obligated to board mini horses, but if they ignore the new guideline, they could face a penalty. The Transportation Department says animals other than dogs, cats, and mini horses will be accepted or denied on a case-by-case basis. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 83 after losing 800 yesterday. The NASDAQ up 2, and the S&P 500 is up 8. QNS Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today. So here are your farm numbers. Time now for the weather. Here's Dave with a sunny forecast for now.
Yeah, finally. At least we can enjoy it while it's here with high pressure overhead, at least for the next 12 hours or so before these low pressure systems, this broad area of low pressure moves a little bit closer to southern Wisconsin as we get into Friday morning. And for the rest of the weekend, we have storm chances in the forecast. But right now we are quiet across southern Wisconsin. We did have some severe thunderstorms across portions of southeastern Nebraska moving into northwestern Missouri, but that is not going to impact us, at least right now. Again, as we get into the next couple of days, our storm chances will increase. Not expecting really anything too serious as far as severe weather goes until maybe we get into Sunday. A couple of stronger storms could be possible for portions of the area. We'll keep an eye on that over the next couple of days. So we are probably dry. I think we'll definitely be dry for the rest of our Thursday. As we get into early Friday, though, we'll need the umbrella as we start off the workday tomorrow. And then as we get into the afternoon hours, I can't rule out a quick shower or storm by the time we get to the afternoon or early evening. Right now, probably dry as we head into the start of Saturday, but I think as that warmth and humidity builds up during the afternoon hours, we could see a few more isolated to scattered showers and storms. Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam, looking at partly sunny skies right now. No more fog that was around closer to the Mississippi River earlier this morning. Madison, the Edgewater Skycam, we'll also call that partly sunny. These are fair weather cumulus clouds forming, so no chances of raindrops forming from them. So that's good news. 74 degrees right now. Northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. That dew point comfortably in the mid-50s. Some other temperatures right now at 75 in Janesville, 74 in Watertown, 73 in Platteville, close to 80 in Mineral Point. And that is about 5 to 10 degrees warmer compared to this time yesterday. So we're off to a cool start, but with that sunshine really warming us up quickly already at the noon hour. We're pretty close to, we're actually above our daytime highs of yesterday. Dew points, as I mentioned, very comfortable in spots like Madison, Monroe, and Janesville. I expect them to stay that way for the rest of today. A little bit more humidity, as I mentioned, as we get into this weekend. On Future Track, no chances for showers or storms today, but that changes quickly as we get into the overnight hours. We'll notice increasing clouds, and then by tomorrow morning, we might need the umbrella early on during the day on Friday. maybe some more showers and thunderstorms as we get into the afternoon and evening hours as well. Really not looking at anything crazy as far as rainfall totals go. About a 1/4 of an inch of rain, maybe closer to a 1/2 an inch, depending on where those downpours set up over the next 48 hours or so. Then as we head into Sunday again, we're watching maybe a strong storm or two for portions of southwestern Wisconsin on Sunday, but that could change. We're keeping a close eye on that. What I'm keeping a close eye on is the sunshine on the way for much of the start of next week. Now, as we get into Monday night into Tuesday, maybe some more showers and storms, but I think they clear out of here to leave us with more sunshine than anything else as we get into the work week next week with temperatures in the mid-80s. Yeah, I know. It's a
dog days of summer.
It's a forecast worth barking about, that's for sure.
All right, not a washout this weekend.
No, that's good.
There's the reason we're hearing some barking. Next at noon, Marissa DeGroot is here from the Dane County Humane Society. She'll introduce us to Charlotte. That's coming up next. It's time now for Potentially Yours. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Who do we have this week?
We have the beautiful Charlotte here.
Charlotte. Tell us about her.
So Charlotte is a young adult. We don't have an exact age on her because she was actually found stray in Sun Prairie. But we do know that she is a younger gal, which means that this is probably full grown, but she has lots of energy.
Yeah, she sure does.
She does.
And she's a pit bull.
Yep, pit bull terrier mix. And I think she would do well, though, in a lot of different homes as long as you have that space for her to get out and stretch her legs.
Yeah, she's a mix. I mean, she doesn't quite look that pit bull look.
Yeah, but she definitely has that kind of big, pity smile and kind of that dopiness when they play. I absolutely love watching them play, and so I think she would do well in a home with other dogs as long as you're doing a nice, slow introduction for them. I think she'd get along well because she is a playful gal.
And they get a bad rap.
They really do, and really it's just like any other breed. It's all dependent on, you know, individual personality, training, and kind of their backgrounds. And with Charlotte here, we absolutely adore her at the shelter because she is a silly little girl and she is so smart. Can we show them to sit?
Oh,
she's got a great
girl.
sit, and she's looking for a family that can teach her even more. She's trying to work on the shake and the lay down still. Sit.
They're smart. They're a smart breed.
She's very smart, and as you can see, she takes treats so gently. So I think she's going to be one of those that's going to be really fun to train because she's so food motivated.
We're going to start putting the camera back here.
Yes.
You got to turn around there, honey.
Show them your adorable face. Come here, darling.
All right, so you got
There we go.
one of your big events coming up.
We do. We want you to save the date from exactly 1 month from now. We've got Dogtoberfest happening Sunday, September 15th from 11 to 4 over at Capitol Brewery Beer Garden. We're going to have beers, live bluegrass music, dogs in costumes, costume contest. So what's not to love?
Yeah, it's a blast. I've been there before. It's usually a great time.
Yep.
Everybody bringing their dogs along.
Yep, and we'll have some great local food vendors. Just a fantastic time out there, and it all benefits animals in need.
Yeah, it's one. And what are your big events?
It's one of our big ones and one of the most fun.
All right, last week?
Oh, last week we had our little kittens. We had Cayenne and Kyala, and they did get adopted.
Oh, what a shocking.
But if you are still looking for kittens, we have so many right now. Lots and lots of great cats and kittens looking for good homes.
Yeah, they fell asleep, didn't they?
They really did.
All right, now it's time to get Charlotte a home. A little not so sleepy.
No, definitely not.
She's looking at herself in the monitor over there.
Ooh, she's like, who's that good-looking lady?
Who's that good-looking lady? Charlotte, go to the website, giveshelter.org, giveshelter.org, 838-0413, the number to call. Yeah, she is very observant, that's for sure. Right, Marissa, thank you. Dave has one final check of the forecast.
I do the same thing. I look at myself in the monitor so often, but I'm looking at this great forecast for today, this afternoon. We are partly sunny and pleasant, and that's what we're looking at right now on the WISC-TV Skycam in Madison. Already at 74 degrees warmer than yesterday in Madison, close to 80 in Mineral Point, 73 in Platteville, and 75 in Janesville. Highs should make it in Madison to the mid to upper 70s. Still a little bit below normal for this time of year, but very nice and comfortable outside with those lower dew points. 10-day forecast, we're looking at temperatures in the low 80s this weekend. Could be a couple of strong storms this weekend at times. We'll watch that closely, but we'll plan on those shower and thunderstorm chances being in the forecast until Monday, and then more sunshine than anything by next week.
All right, thank you, Dave. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.